Radhe guys, my name is Kumar. You are watching me. Let's start today's video without having the further delay. So basically this video is going to be routine of 28th July 2025 and today is Saturday. So basically in this video I'm going to share like what is actually happening in my today's routine video. So let's start today's routine video without having any further delays. So today first of all I wake up, then after that I washed my mouth, right? Then after that and basically after that I washed my clothes and I washed my clothes and also shoes, right? Then after that I had taken the bath, then after that I wore clothes, then after that I worshipped, then after that I drank hot chocolate milk, then after that after that I talked to my mother and also I talked to my sister. Then after that I wrote my previous day's routine and also shortened the previous day's routine videos. Then at the time of evening I had taken the bath, then but while bath light gone, then my father on the phone's light. Yes guys, the light had gone, so my father on the phone's light. Then after that I wore my clothes, then after some time later a light came. Then I messaged to my sister to brought suji. I don't know what we call suji in English, right? So while coming at home, at the time of evening I ate food and after some time later I went for the sleep. So basically guys, this is the thing what is actually happening in my today's routine video. I hope you have really understood this video. If you have really understood this video, then kindly please like, share, because whenever you like some videos it really motivates me and encourages me to upload more and more videos at a very continuous manner. So yes guys, this is all what is actually happened. And yes, so yes guys, so basically in this video I'm going to do reading of the corporate law book, right? So let's start. So section 1 and section 2 is the preliminary, right? So in this video I just only gonna to read the chapter preliminary. I don't know that section 1 and section 2 includes preliminary. I am gonna to only read the do the preliminary chapter. So here is written section 1 and section 2. Okay, let's start. Section 1, short title extend commencement and application, right? So first is, this act may called the Companies Act 2013. It extends the whole of India. The section 1 shall come into force at once, and the remaining provisions of this act shall come into force on such date as the central government may by notification to the official gazette appointment, and different dates may be appointed for different provisions of this act through notifications. Now, President's assent. The Companies Act 2013 received the assent of the Honorable President of India on 29th August 2013, notified in the Official Gazette on 30th August 2013. The provisions of this act shall apply to companies incorporated under this act or under any previous company law. Insurance companies except in so far as the said provisions are inconsistent with the provisions of the Insurance Act 1938 or the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority Act 1999. Okay. Banking companies, except in so far as the said provisions are inconsistent with the provisions of the Banking Regulation Act 1949. Companies engaged in the generation or supply of electricity, except in so far as the said provisions are inconsistent with the provisions of the Electricity Act 2003, 36 of 2003. In any other company governed by any special act for the time being in force, except in so far as the said provisions are inconsistent with the provisions of such special act, and in simple words, where the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 are contradictory with the provisions of the Insurance Act 1938, Banking Regulation Act 1949 and Electricity Act 2003, the provisions of Insurance Act 1938, Banking Regulation Act 1949 and Electricity Act 2003 will prevail. Okay. Example of contradiction: Companies Act, other specific act. Companies Act. This is not qualification for appointment of director. Only disqualification is given under section 164 of the act. There is no requirement as the minimum paid up capital of company under the act. Other specific act. Under section 10A of the Banking Regulation Act 1949, board of directors to include persons with professional or other experience. 50% of directors shall have special knowledge in accountancy, economics, finance, law, etc. There is requirement as to minimum paid up capital of company under the Insurance Act 1938. Okay. Now F. If body corporate incorporated by any act for the time being in force as the central government may by notification specify in this behalf subject to such exceptions, modification or adaptation as may be specified in the notification. Examples of notified body corporate: Food Corporation of India (FCI), National Highway Authority of India (NHAI), etc. Okay, now section definition of the section 2, relevant definitions from exam point of view. Company, right? Yeah. Okay. So uh, as per the section 2 of subsection 20, company means a company incorporated under this act, the Companies Act 2013, or under any previous company law. Note, definition of previous company law is given under section 2 of 61. In simple words, previous company law means any of the following laws: Act 1886, 1882, 1913, 1942, 1956. All the above acts was in relation to Indian companies. Therefore, as per section 2 of 20, read with section 2 of 67, company means a company incorporated under Indian Companies Act. Okay. So this is all about the company. Company means a company incorporated under this act or under any previous company law. That is called a company. Okay. Now, foreign company. Section 2 of 42. Foreign company means any company or body corporate incorporated outside India which has a place of business in India through by itself, or through by agent, or through by uh, online mode, right? um, with by itself or through an agent physically or through electronically mode, right? And conducts any business activity in India in any other manner. Example: airline companies who operate through their booking agents in India will be covered under the definition of foreign company under the Companies Act 2013. Now, body corporate. Body corporate or corporation includes a company incorporated outside India, does not does not include a cooperative society registered under any law relating to cooperative societies, and any other body corporate not being a company as defined in this act, which the central government may by notification specify in this behalf. Let us understand some fundamental about companies. Features of companies. Incorporated association. A company is formed and registered by complying with the prescribed formalities prescribed under the act. Artificial person. A company is not a natural person. Consequently, a company cannot fall ill or die or be declared as insolvent. A company is an artificial person, but it is not a fictitious person. A person does exist, but only in the eyes of law. In other words, a company exists only in contemplation of law. Now, company is a separate legal entity. A company is a legal person in the eyes of law, distinct from its members. A company is a separate person having its own rights and obligations. Perpetual succession, limited liability, common C, transferability of shares, separate management, separate property, capacity to sue and be sued. Okay. Now, principle of separate legal entity, meaning, so a company is a legal entity separate from its members. It is known by its own name, has rights and liabilities of its own. Okay. Salomon versus Salomon and Company Limited. Okay. So yes. Transfer of sole proprietorship business to company. Okay. Mr. Salomon was carrying on the business of boot manufacturing as a sole proprietor. Okay. He incorporated a company named Salomon and Company Limited for the purpose of taking over this business. Okay. Payment of purchase consideration by the company. Total consideration £39,000. Maybe I think so. Cash paid £9,000. Okay. Fully paid shares of £1 each issued to Salomon, £20,000. Okay. Secured debenture issued to Salomon, £10,000. Constitution of Salomon and Company Limited. The 6 members of the family of Mr. Salomon were issued 1 share each. Okay. Salomon was the managing director of Salomon and Company Limited. Okay. Inability to pay debts by the company. Okay. inability to pay debts by the company in liquidation. In the course of business, the company borrowed from creditors to the extent of £7,000. Due to trade depression, the company ran into financial difficulties and eventually went into liquidation. The assets realized only £6,000. Contention of unsecured creditors. One man cannot owe money to himself. The unsecured creditors contended that Salomon was carrying on business in the name of Salomon and Company Limited. Thus, Salomon and Company Limited was a mere agent for Salomon. Maybe I think so. Decision of the court. It was held that Salomon and Company was a real company fulfilling all legal requirements. It had an identity different from its members, and therefore the secured debentures were to be paid in priority to unsecured creditors. Okay. Lee or Lee's Air Farming Limited. Lee was a qualified pilot. He virtually owned all the shares and he was the sole governing director. Okay. He was also receiving salary from the company for being a chief pilot under the company. He was killed in an air accident while working for the company. It was held that Lee's widow was entitled to compensation. Okay. So yes, guys, this is all what is actually happened. So I think that guys, it is all enough for today. So let's end the video, guys. See you, Radhe. Bye bye.